I'm based in the UK. I'm Steve Colling, and I'm a researcher, a behavioural scientist.
And what's your big idea?
So our project was, we were very interested in the emerging language around climate-compatible development, sustainability and related issues. And based on some work we've already done, we were concerned that some of the language that is used in an expert context fails to make it into mainstream communications, and it becomes quite a barrier to actually getting action to take place. What we wanted to do was use a research tool to better understand some of that language. So if I just refer you to our board. So our hypothesis is that emerging language is not galvanising collective action at the moment, and we have some evidence to say that's the case. So essentially, there's a lack of feedback on why some language sticks and it is helpful and some language is unsticky and is alienating and causes more problems. It builds distrust or cynicism or alienates, etc. What we wanted to do was we actually felt as a research tool, Twitter was potentially a brilliant solution here. If we could find a way of using hashtag words put out through people who are well networked and connected, either in a specialist or non-specialist context, we could harvest large quantities of data on how people interpret some of the terminology that we assume people understand. So if we're talking about carbon footprints, for example, or food miles, things that we think are common sense, we would get all sorts of interpretations, whether it be in English or Spanish or whatever, around that, which we could then analyse, partly in a quantitative way. We could group things together by different language frames, by different themes. We could work with other researchers or linguists to try and then put some interpretation onto that. So, is it a rigorous scientific method? No, because once it's out in the ether, we don't quite know what we'd get back. Is it a clever, cost-effective way of getting a snapshot of what's happening with current language and where it's working and where it's failing to take our understanding and knowledge forward to actually help create better language that communicates more effectively? I think it is.